Hey, how you doing? So I was just scrolling through the internet. I came across this channel and I'd watched his stuff before, and I just thought, I'm about to go down a rabbit hole. I may as well fucking watch it, you know. And I don't really know how to do this interview because this is the kind of guy. He's odd. He's an odd person. His name is Ragreynolds. He comes from, he's Scottish, I believe, but yeah, I'm not too sure about that. I'm pretty sure he's Scottish. He is a very strange human being. Now, there is a reason why I am on this channel. There is a reason, but I will get to it. But we'll just scroll through his video repertoire and you can see what I'm meaning. So let's just look, you got the urinal tier list. That'd be an interesting one. Sugar doesn't exist anymore. I kidnapped a drug dealer. I do not believe in India. That one was pretty funny. Palestine does not exist. Israel isn't real. Best and worst crimes to commit tier list. That's odd. I'm glad that nukes aren't real. I'm being harassed by a car. Anyway, you keep on going, and you can see basically where it's all sort of stemming from. And I didn't plan any of this, obviously, but I've just sitting here having a beer, and then one of his videos did pop up. Well, it wasn't his videos, it was somebody reacting to his videos, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to do it to ones in particular. I just need to go to, yeah, this one. He has 47 videos in this playlist. He's got one with Daz Games. I went to Australia. He believes that Australia doesn't exist, and I think it's the fucking funniest fucking shit. Like, yeah, so what we're going to do is we're just going to pick a couple of these, maybe let's say 3 or 4. We'll see how we go and just have a laugh.
Real. It is not fucking real. Australia does not exist. It isn't real. Can't you delusional fucks get that?
Should have done this.
Your thick skulls.
I like it how he's wearing Chael Sonnen's shirt. You know, Chael Sonnen is a UFC fighter that you guys don't know. He's been retired. He's been retired for a while, and that's the name of his company. I'm pretty sure that's his. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. And he'd have a field day with this round face right here.
Isn't real. It doesn't exist. Get over it. It's not a real place. You janky ass cunt weaves.
Ooh,
really
he said a rude.
To get on my nerves.
My
really
nerves.
You think that this nonsensical place actually exists?
Yep.
There's no proof that it exists. There's no sense in thinking that it could ever possibly be a real place.
Why not? It's a fair question. Why not?
Yet you all still, Australia is real. No, it's not. It's not real. It's a fantasy. It's no more real than Narnia. Or Middle Earth.
Isn't your country's national animal the unicorn? I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to talk about fucking delusional, like, it's pretty wild.
Or that weird place where the Teletubbies live.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Australia. It isn't a real place. You claim it was discovered by Captain Cook. You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds as legit as Captain Hook, as Captain Birdseye, and Colonel Sanders.
Alright, so let's just go and have a quick list of the ships that arrived in Australia, or the captains. The European exploration of Australia first began in February 1606 when Dutch navigator William Jensen landed in Cape York Peninsula. So that's up here, so there's Queensland. So this is where roughly I am. This map is not close, but I'd be over here. And then you got Luis Vaz Torres, which came up against the Torres Strait, which is up here-ish, I believe. I could be wrong. And they were the ones who called Australia New Holland, and that's actually what they originally drew it as, because they never went down to the bottom. They went like across the west coast, up the west coast and over the north. Then you had James Cook. Then you had Josephus Banks. That's like all a part of the first fleet. But there's a massive list of like explorers and shit like that. That like you can Google it and put it in the comments section for yourself. I've had a few beers, but so that argument is now just null, because if you want to talk anything scientific, to have a collective, narrative that's from many different languages relatively to the same time period, but they were all competing to discover here too. People forget that they were competing. So anyway, next.
That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to anyone who has a slight amount of rationality in their brains.
He's got nice tits.
Have you ever heard of anywhere else with so many deadly animals and strange looking different things that are nowhere else in the world?
Africa, in American high school.
They have spiders bigger than birds.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's called a bird-eating spider. I've seen one in real life this close. Shit you not, I was in a camp shower, turned around, it was there, jumped on my face. Thought I was a moving tree. That's not even a joke.
How does that happen? It doesn't. That's what. That's the answer. It doesn't happen. It only seems to happen in Australia.
Because they're only here.
Australia isn't real.
We're an ecosystem of one of one.
If something doesn't exist, then you can make anything up about it. Oh, what's next? We're going to have penguins that can fly?
No, because biology says no.
Fat people who are fat just because of their genetics? The Cookie Monster?
There's probably a serial killer out there called the Cookie Monster.
Pansexual people? Cyberbullying?
It's one of those things where you're like, is this guy for real or not?
What's next? What are you going to pretend is real next? None of these things are real. But if Australia's real, then anything could be real.
Because it's like, you're listening to the tone and like how he's all acting and all that sort of stuff, and you're like, there is a possibility that he's just talking shit and having a laugh. But then you just look behind him and it's just all photos of him with his name on the wall. So it's like, there is a lot of self-delusion that's going on in that brain, period. Look, I have my country's flag and a football jersey hanging up. He's got pictures of himself. I got Master Chief looking over my shoulder.
If Australia is real, then what stops these other insane notions from being real as well? If some place as insane as Australia can exist, then anywhere can exist. Australia is not a real place. Get that through your thick fucking skulls before you make any more comments to me, trying to tell me.
To his extra dry says it's made in Australia. There's your proof, mate. Next video. Dear lesbian, you are delusional.
You don't know, you damn well should know. My name is ragreynolds.
No, if you damn well should know.
I get a very serious video response. There is no joking in this video. This is not a comedy video like some of my other videos. This is... I'm trying to get a serious message.
I don't know. I think we all think it's pretty funny because you're an idiot.
Responding to someone who goes by the name of Laserbeam.
Fucking legend.
Laser with two A's for some reason because he can't spell apparently. But I'm gonna call him Laser Tard. And this guy is
Bit rude.
delusional.
Rude.
Thinks he is from a place that he is not really from. He is clearly just drugged up.
Yeah, he is.
Because he does not seem to understand logic, reason. He doesn't like to actually look at facts. He ignores facts. He just goes with his own...
You can't state any.
...mind because he can't stand to think that maybe something he believes might not be true.
Right back at ya.
We're going to respond to a video he made.
I'm responding to everything you're saying.
Roll the clip.
I remember this. It's great.
Feels pretty real, eh? I don't know, man. CGI's getting pretty good. It could all be fake.
Laser tard. No, you're not CGI. There is no CGI. That is not what's happening there. Yes, you like to show, oh, I walked outside. That means Australia is real because look at this. There are buildings here, and you can. Oh, it seems real. Okay, I'm not disputing that you live somewhere. I'm not disputing that you can go outside somewhere.
What's a bet that he says either New Zealand or Argentina? Put down in the comments if you've watched the video this far. Do you think it's either Argentina or New Zealand? We'll do a fucking vote.
You don't seem to understand the fact.
I think Argentina.
The facts are, you are in New Zealand. You are in Australia, but you are in New Zealand.
Well, I was way off.
You have been drugged and you have been brainwashed. It is okay. I do not necessarily.
But wasn't he just questioning that Middle Earth was existing? Isn't that what New Zealand is? Sheep shagging, Middle Earth, tribal war dance every time you bring a woman to fucking bed? Isn't that New Zealand? I don't know.
Blame you for that. It is the fault of the New Zealand government. And that is who your hatred and your energy should be
big budget for that little fucking island.
Directed towards.
If I'm an actor, I deserve a fucking Oscar because I absolutely nail being Australian.
Me too, cunt.
If by nail being Australian, you mean you're delusional, you're drugged up, you're not very smart, you've got an annoying fucking accent, then yeah, I guess you nail being Australian.
You're missing being drunk.
Real. It is not real. Australia does not exist.
This guy sounds British, and honestly, I think he's just mad that he got stuck on that crappy old rock. We got this beautiful. You're just salty.
I'd be mad that I didn't live there in this make-believe place. Let's just pretend for a second that Australia is real. Just think for a second about what you're saying. You're trying to say it's a paradise?
It is.
With all those disgusting poisonous animals, the dangers, the heat, the accents of the locals.
My accent's beautiful. I hear it on Call of Duty all the time.
Surrounded by half your population are alcoholics.
Well, I'd say 3/4.
Country. I mean, there are so many bad things about this.
Sorry, but have you been to the UK recently? You want to talk about bigotry?
I mean, it's one thing to think it's real after being brainwashed and drugged. That's one thing, and I can completely understand that, and I'm trying to do my best to explain.
MDMA is a fucking good time. I'm kidding, YouTube. That's a joke. The autism of me.
But it's an entirely different thing to actually then think that that place is somehow anything less than awful. That really makes you...
It's fucking awesome.
You're not just drugged and brainwashed. You are delusional to your core.
I like how everything I've seen so far, no one's given literally any evidence. Nothing. They've just yelled at me and said it's fake.
I have given lots of evidence.
You haven't.
I have made so many
videos we're on your second video and you haven't.
Live streams on this subject, and I've given so many pieces of evidence. I've even written entire chapters about it in this book.
That's right. This guy has books for sale. I don't know how successful they are or what they're about or anything like that. But yeah, he has books for sale. I should write a book. You guys can buy it. I'd write a fucking wicked book. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. I wouldn't write it about this sort of shit.
My latest book, Medium Rare, I've written chapters of it. I've written so much about it, given so much evidence. But okay, no one's given me any evidence. Maybe if you're not looking for the evidence, that's why. You're ignoring any hints of evidence. You're not looking for it. You just want to try and make fun of someone you think isn't very smart. Have you ever heard of anywhere else with so many deadly animals and strange looking different things that are nowhere else in the world?
Africa has lions.
Oh, what did I say?
It's got giraffes.
What did I say?
You can't find them anywhere else. That means Africa being real. Just dismantling your argument. Oh, buddy.
My nearest zoo has lions. It has giraffes.
And kangaroos.
Right. Wow.
They're probably...
Scotland. We have lions. Africa has lions. So these things are other places.
It's an arbitrary argument.
Kangaroos. There's no kangaroos in the zoo near me.
It should be.
We're talking about animals like that. We're talking about, like, for example,
Making Steve Irwin mad.
poisonous spiders the size of birds and stuff like that.
They're actually, some of them are poisonous, but the majority of those aren't.
Nonsense.
They're just
Really.
got
you're just taking
flesh
everything
bacteria.
Right out of context.
I went to Australia. It isn't real. This is part
Well, then where did you go?
whatever the hell we just witnessed.
This is not part 2, dummy. There are more than 2 parts to this saga. So let me just explain to you how it goes. First up, there was Down with Australia. And at this point, I thought Australia was a real place. And when I made this video, I was very angry about Australia. I thought it was the worst place on earth. And then...
Like, did he just hop off the plane and then, like, sort of like, you can picture it, right? He's just hopped off the plane, he's hopped into the, you know, a really hot climate, and he's just gone, like, looked up the sun and then he thought that, like Australia just thought, he's waving at me, he's gone like that, and then the rude cunt didn't wave back, so this Australian's just gone like that, you know, and this guy's just been bitter ever since because someone just fucking gave him the finger. That sounds like what has happened. Someone's just giving him the birds or just fucking...
Australia isn't real. Here's why. And that was part 2. That's when I realized Australia wasn't real. Then we get to the part that you are now calling part 2, which is I went to Australia, it isn't real, and it is my story of that. We're still, I think you can maybe realize we've still not actually reached the first video you watched of mine. Part 4 was a podcast episode I did called The People versus Australia, where I debated a group of Australian girls. We had a conversation about whether or not the place existed. Part
press X for
5
doubt.
was Australia does not exist, which was the first video you saw with me yelling at the camera. Part 6 is boomerangs don't come back, which is just me kind of saying...
Alright, I'll clear up on that. So, boomerangs, you don't want them to come back. They're a weapon. They are designed, so let's say the animal that you're trying to hit is, you know, I don't know, like, but let's say half a football field away, and to just, so we could dumb it down for the Americans here, right? You want it to go, sort of goes like that, and it goes up, and then it comes back in and hits it. Like, it does sort of come back, but not really. But if you have a boomerang coming back, duck, because it's designed to cut your head off.
Singing along to a little song, it's a bit more of a joke. Part 7 is proof that boomerangs don't come back, and that's when I actually got a boomerang and threw it to prove that boomerangs don't.
You probably threw it wrong.
Part 8 is Skippy the bush kangaroo and how that proves that Australia isn't real. Part 9 was a
Skippy the Bush Kangaroo is a show from the 80s, and it's fucking god tier piece of shit.
You Now debate I did on someone else's channel, and we just had another little conversation about it. Part 10 was Australian flu is a hoax, because the Australian flu obviously was a hoax. Part 11 was another podcast episode.
Are you confusing the Spanish flu?
Australia round 2, and it was basically a continuation, but with different people from Australia that I had a conversation with. And now we're here. There was maybe a couple of other streams here and there where I mentioned things, but those are the main parts. But now we are here. So what you said was most certainly not just part 2. I've given so much evidence.
Nope, no evidence still.
Lots of videos. I have a playlist on my channel called Australia with all of these.
The one that we clicked on, and this is number 2.
And they're all in order. But you clearly didn't do any research into my claims. You just looked at 1 or 2 videos, took out the parts that you thought you could nitpick at best, and said, look how ridiculous this guy is. He's not even giving me any evidence. I gave lots of evidence. Maybe there wasn't as much evidence in those videos. I mean, the I went to Australia video, that wasn't supposed to be undoubtable proof. It was an anecdotal experience, and anecdotal evidence is not really real evidence at all, is it? You just have to take my word for it.
No, I don't. Don't tell me what to do. I do what I want.
But those aren't the ones you watch for.
You're not the one paying me to act.
Who's done the flight from America to Australia like 15 times. I wish I had substances in my body that made me imagine shit. This sounds like a good time. I wish there was an option.
You know, I don't appreciate you making light of something as serious as people being drugged on the plane.
Fuck up.
Where they think they're going to Australia, but they're actually being drugged and sent into New Zealand. I mean, how How insensitive are you to actually joke about something that serious? It's disgusting.
No one gave me any evidence. This guy didn't even give pictures of the plane. No evidence. But let's believe him because he shouts at me. Actually, believe me because I'm shouting at you.
As I already
I'd
said,
believe you,
there's
Laser.
Lots of evidence. Lots of it. You just decided not to look at it for some reason. I don't know what that reason really
While
is.
you're doing a video of him watching
Maybe
it.
you did look at it and you just decided to discredit it and to ignore it because you knew I was right. You were too scared to accept the truth. Or maybe you just didn't see it. Maybe you're not very smart. Maybe you didn't understand it or something. I don't know what your reason is.
I hope you enjoyed your class today. The homework is going to be, how do I not become like this guy? That's the homework.
How do I not be a fuckwit?
To become like me, you can read my book, Medium Rare. Because why wouldn't you want to be like me? There has never been a better time to stop being you and to start trying to be more like me. And you can do that through my book, Medium Rare,
can't-
Against Fine Dining and Perfect Timing. And now that I'm done with that shameless plug, please make sure to note down the fact that
Don't
I
ever buy
did
it.
challenge this guy to a debate. But he said no. He said no. Because obviously,
Like of course he's gonna say no. He's a Fortnite creator, and you know, just wanted to pick you apart. That's all.
he is quite happy to talk into the camera about it and make fun of people like myself, but he has no balls and he has no intentions of actually talking to someone about it. If he did speak to me, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that I would have him come to heel very, very quickly. Lizer Tebradovi, you are all welcome, society.
Nope. Let's do this one. Let's go. Let's do Daz games.
What is real? How do you define real?
Damn well should know. My name is Rag Reynolds.
Well, I'm responding to a video made by Daz Game.
I gotta come up with a catchphrase like that. Like, listen here, cunts. Nah.
Watch video!
Do you want to know the truth?
Yes.
In fact, disregard that question.
Okay.
You know what? I appreciate this. I appreciate your efforts, Daz. I've watched this video and I must say, it was very amusing. I appreciate this video, I appreciate you, and I appreciate your efforts.
Aw.
Thank you for this video. Of course you want to know the truth.
I do. He knows me.
I know all the viewers. I know what everyone wants. They want to hear the truth. And when I speak,
The
it's always
truth.
about the truth.
The
They want
truth.
to hear me. I know. And I know you. If you didn't, you wouldn't watch my channel. People watch my channel. They watch these videos. You click
Ooh,
on this video.
don't know what that
to
noise
hear
was.
the truth.
Man, already I am invested.
Hmm.
Shane Dawson who?
Exactly. I have no idea who that is. You don't know, you damn well should know. My name is Rag Reynolds.
If you come in here to my channel, fuck, and you don't know that that's Rag Reynolds. Who are you? What's your problem? You damn well better know that we're watching Rag Reynolds.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Because it really does irk me when people don't know. Because they damn well should know.
Before he goes on, right? What if he booked a plane to Australia? What if he went there? I mean, would he just implode or something?
Because, like, you would go to certain parts of Australia, right? So, let's say, because there's people that are being like, oh, you know, you can see kangaroos in a zoo, and all, like they've seen previously. I could just go out my front door. Like, they're there. Like, they're just hopping around, living their life, trying to not get run over by trucks. And you got Joey. He's the same deal with his parents. We both live in pretty rural sort of areas. You know, they're there. I see emus. When I'm driving to work, I want to run over them all and restart the war. But anyway, like, there is so many things you could do, but just, no.
I mean, it's very easy. I mean, a lot of these people that talk about the world being flat.
Like, this is a genuine fucking conspiracy theory. Because I have seen it before. This isn't the first time. Like, all of the, someone tied it up even with, how the Nazis escaped, like, World War II, and they ended up in Argentina. And then there was a Nazi doctor that said, no, we're in Australia, while he's in Argentina. Yeah, they've just sort of latched onto that, and they've gone, so Australia doesn't exist because it's in Argentina. That's why I said Argentina before. Yeah, anyway.
It's harder to prove that because they can't just take a shuttle to outer space. takes a lot to get out there and back. But Australia's a flight away. You can get there quite easily, my friend, and prove your theory.
We're a one of one.
You can make a video of you going to Australia, yeah? And when you get there and see it's real, we're gonna learn some truth.
As you get to later in this video, yes, I already did book a plane to Australia. And when I went, I took a counter-agent to go against the drug, okay? Now, the counter-agent I took
Was straight vinegar and bleach.
was actually half a bottle of vinegar. Some people have made the claim that if I drank half a bottle of vinegar, I should be dead.
Yes, you should be. That's why I said it.
Made me wonder, and others wonder, that maybe the delusions and the images I saw in my head when I went to Australia weren't due to this.
Your organs should have.
That I suspect everyone is being drugged with.
Your organs should. No. You can't be so blasé over that. Your organs should have shut down.
It was the side effect of drinking so much vinegar. Maybe that was making me very.
Come here, beer.
Be alive. Maybe that.
Get in my belly.
So maybe I should return. Maybe I should return, and as you say, get
Piece of shit.
So I would like to invite you to go with me, Daz. Okay? Every single one of them is stupid.
Ow.
You live in Australia. You think you're Australian? You think that's air you're breathing now? You're stupid. You hear that? Damn Australians. They're Australian, but really, they ain't even real.
I'm pretty sure he's on tour here at the moment.
I was not calling Australians stupid. I was calling the people who comment on my videos about Australia stupid. There is a difference.
You know damn well that I'm gonna go to his most recent video and say Australia is real.
What's a dum-dum? How old are we here? Are we 5? What's a dum-dum? You hear that, Australia?
Dum-dum.
There is a point. There is a method when I use the phrase dum-dum. When I say dummies or dum-dums or stupid or idiot, rather than a more comprehensive insult, it is for a very specific reason. And I'm going to let you in on that reason because I like you, Daz. Okay? Normally I wouldn't go over this. I would probably just call you a dum-dum. I'm going to go over it for you, okay?
Daz seems like a good bloke.
When I call people dum-dums, it immediately acts as though I am speaking down to them.
Yeah, you think you better?
If I'm speaking down to them, it will fluster them.
No.
And when they get flustered, they amuse me. They think, oh, he's just being a child. That's what you thought. You thought I was just being a child. But the really, really stupid people, which is the most of them, most of the people commenting on my videos are really, really stupid. And it really bothers them.
I'm gonna comment.
And I like to bother people.
I'm gonna, once we finish watching this one, I'm gonna comment on his most recent video.
Truth. They are dum-dums. Most of them are 8 years old, or 4 years old, or 12 years
Cunt, I'm 33.
Population of Australia.
He's 8 years old.
Guys, I need to be a teacher immediately.
Again, I was not talking about Australia. I was talking about people
They're 8
who
years old.
comment on my Australia.
Oh, that's so good.
Most of those people I was calling 8 years old. It wasn't the majority of Australia. That would make no sense. Even for a place that doesn't
Because we don't exist.
no sense. Why would
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
invent a place and then say everyone there's 8 years old?
You just did.
Everyone would immediately know it's not.
You just did because you couldn't articulate yourself.
I've made numerous videos on this subject. I'm not going to answer that question again. You know the answer to that question. I've made it.
No, I don't! Teach me!
I hope you're paying attention to this video, Daz, because I'm teaching you in this one. When people go to Australia, they're actually landing in New Zealand.
If you're gonna say it right. It's actually New Zealand or Aotearoa.
Keen on his own face, he seems to not be able to work out his own logic. It's so funny.
That's not true at all. I was just trying to recall my experience. I was trying my best to remember. As I said,
But like you hear somebody from New Zealand, like you could go like with like talking to someone is like a Maori or somebody who's not. They sound nothing like this. Like they're just, it's completely different.
and they are drugged. They imagine all of the experiences there.
You mean to tell me I didn't hug a koala? He felt so real. He clawed at my nipple. You're telling me that experience wasn't real? Damn it.
Just because you dream of something, just because you want something to be real, does not make it real. So I did some
Dad?
research to find out what the drug was that they drug you with, and it's called kyrotinin.
Kyra, what, when, who?
Carotene.
It's called kyrotinin.
Kyrotinin. I just can't. I can't imagine that being a medical term for anything. Kyrotinin.
Kyrotene.
Okay.
Kyrotine. Okay?
How
Wrong.
do they get it into your system? Is it in the orange juice? I swear that orange juice tasted off.
They get it into your system through the air conditioning. When we landed, no one else got up from their seats. I almost did, but I noticed no one else was moving, so I stayed sitting.
Because the door's not fucking open.
Or because the seatbelt sign.
Yeah, the seatbelt sign's still odd.
just
You
stand
can't
in
just
the
get
seat
up
when
and...
you land.
What are you going to do, applause?
Around me and they're sitting down, and I'm like, I think this is it. I think this is the proof that I need.
Because the seatbelt sign's on. Will's touchdown. Why isn't everyone getting their bags? This is the proof I need that You twat!
No, I didn't mean that. You know I wasn't talking about.
Everyone's just looking for just...
So don't play dumb. We're all almost in a trance, just still eyes wide open. No one was blinking. No
Yeah, because they're probably just waking up.
eyes wide open.
They're doing one of these ones.
Kinda like,
Oh, itchy eye.
24 hours of
Mm.
travelling, my friend.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with being drugged by the government. Flying to Australia is not easy.
No.
Okay? It's a long trek.
I mean, I'm not convinced that's true. I mean, you could be right. I don't know.
You just look at the fucking time zones. That'll tell you how fucking how long it is.
I think there would be some people who sleep the whole journey and they would be very energized.
The 15-hour fucking sleep, that's not healthy unless you're taking a half a bottle of vinegar.
Out of your seat on the way to Australia, they will kill you.
Well, I really didn't want to take that chance.
What the hell is
They
this?
will kill you.
Where is she? Yeah, I got my ticket hold on.
I've seen this one.
Dammy. I won't ask twice, Dammy.
Is Demi Lovato
In the cupboard.
wardrobe?
Yeah.
Is that what you say?
If you want to eat today, you're going to come out here and you're going to fucking do it. I'll be waiting over here.
This man would share a house with people and they listen to this and they're just okay with it. And be like, oh, well, old fucking raggy boy up the top there, up above us here, he's trying to pay the bills. Yelling at Demi Lovato in his wardrobe.
Just give her a moment. Come on, Dammy.
Oh, what a great cut.
This guy is a truther. Okay? He speaks the truth.
You mean... Which one? Yes, Dammy, you know the exact one I'm talking about. Fucking go for it. Go. Ragreynolds, the coup is let you fight. Ragreynolds, the Scottish mastermind. He's subjects to everything he wants, and worship is every single word.
What the fuck?
The Emperor of Thundercloud.
I don't remember this bit.
He's going to rule the world.
How did we get from Australia not being real to here?
Daz, you're in luck. I spoke to Demi 5 minutes ago,
Oh,
and she's willing to say a few words for you. How'd you get her? This guy?
you need help.
Hi, Daz.
You're not even saying hello to me and you make me feel weird.
Just wanted to say hi.
Fuck off. Shoot it.
That's it.
Shoot it.
Bye.
Kill it. What the fuck?
I can't handle it.
Yep, neither can I. That's we're gonna end this video.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as I already said previously in this video, I do want to thank you, Dad, for making this video.
Yeah.
It was a very...
Shut your mum. Anyway, so that's enough for now. I'm just going to put that. If there's anything that you want me to go and watch or anything like that, I'll do it on the live stream or recording. I'll leave a link to my Discord down below or my Twitter. Twitter is actually probably a better spot to contact me, but Discord's also where it's at. Or just comment down the bottom as well. Make sure you like and share. Oh, actually, no, before we go. Australia is real. Prove me wrong. Dum. Done. Got him. Anyway, talk to you later. Love yous. Bye.